Hello. So I officially finished the knit beanie that I was making. I love it. I finished it yesterday and ended up doing just a random decrease. I don't know, I did 10 stitches and then 2 together, 10 stitches. So I'm sure it wasn't exactly the right way, but it is finished. I love it. It was with some leftover mandala yarn. What is that called? Just mandala yarn. I don't know. So love it. It fits very well. It's loose, which is nice. So it's not super tight, but it's super fun. And I am so excited to have this one in the done pile. I am currently trying to get some yarn free from this crazy mess to finish this. So I got about another row completed since the last time we saw it, but super excited. And I can't believe almost 2 more whips out of the pile. So I am almost done at the top now, but oh my gosh, this has been so frustrating because I don't know how it got so tangled, but I'm just, this is why I probably stopped, because untangling this, which I should have looked, I don't think I have this specific color in my stash back there, so I have to use this or get another one or cut it, and I don't want to do any of that. So I am slowly but surely making progress to, ooh, this is a good one, to get the yarn out so that I can finish this. Which, it's funny, like this is all I have left, so it's gonna be finished, but it's crazy like how it's a little bit of yarn chicken, but I know that I'll finish because I just have one more of the ruffly, maybe two more rows of the ruffles, and then one more decrease, and then finish it off on the top. So, but then this will be done. I was looking at the pattern, and this actually has a bunch of little pieces. So I can show just the, oh wait, I don't know how to turn this around. Okay. So still learning how to turn this around, but there's a bunch of little pieces. I forgot that this like has like a star and Christmas lights, and you like do the little chain. So I will probably do that, and super exciting. That's so funny. I guess you can't flip the camera if it's facing you. So interesting. But so I might make all the little pieces. They're super cute. And just so I'll make sure to tag the creator. But I believe this creator's name is MeiC, M-E-I. So it's MEIC MeiC.Handmade, and it is just the Christmas tree hat pattern. I've made this a few times. It looks like she made this in 2020, but love this pattern. Super cute, super fun, but I totally forgot it had all the little pieces, so I'll probably do that. I have a bunch of scraps that I found when I was cleaning, so maybe I can use those for the Christmas lights. So I actually barely made it. I can't believe it took all of what I had left. So this is done. I have to weave in my ends, and then, like I said, I'm going to add the little star and add the lights, because I think that will just make this super duper cute. So excited. So I am starting the Christmas lights chain. So I have this chain completed that goes around the hat. And then I started to make little bulbs. So right now I have 3 red, there's like little circles. I have a purple and a blue. And what I'm doing is I have these bags of scraps, and I'm just gonna go through and see what I can use for these little scraps that I have, so that I can make the little bulbs, the little light bulbs. So super excited. I don't know how many I need, but I'm just gonna make a bunch, and then I'll start sewing them onto the, we'll say, wire, and figure out, you know, when I feel I've had enough of making the little bulbs, and go from there. So I think I am finished with all the bulbs. So what I did is I laid out the wire, and then as I was making the bulbs, I just put them right onto the wire as if, you know, they were laid out. So it's pretty rough. I might need one or might need less one. So I'm going to now mix them all up and make it so it's more randomized, and then it will be put on the hat. So here is the hat. I put the star, so I did the star so far, and yeah, super happy with it and excited to add all of the bulbs and the lights. So it is much later in the day, but I did make some good progress on the lights. So I have almost all of them. I have about 8 more to go. So I have those ready here, but 25 little light bulbs, we'll say, these little, was a lot of work. I didn't really think about that, is that each one of these has 2 ends, and you have to then sew it onto this. So definitely a lot of work, but it's gonna be super cute, and I love that I got to use up some scraps, and I can't wait to see it all together, even just laying it on here. Oh, I just love it. So next time you see it, it's gonna be all done. So excited. I have officially finished the hat. It's so cute. I can't believe it's standing up. I think because I have a hair clip, like my hair's clipped up in the back, so that might be helping it, but it is so cute. I feel like I can't believe how good it turned out. At first I was a little like upset with how drastically I dropped down the first like light, because I feel like there's a big chunk of like missing lights in the back, but then I remembered trees aren't perfect, so it's fine, and it's going to be a hat on your head that doesn't matter. But originally I was going to put this on my Etsy to sell, but as soon as I was showing my family yesterday, they were like, no, we're keeping this one. Like, this is awesome. We need this in our life forever. So I'm so excited that they loved it just as much as I did. And I have another whip done. So Christmas tree hat, knit hat. So now I just need to continue a few more. We'll see. I'm thinking that because the Super Bowl is this weekend, that I want to work on the Eagles blanket a little bit. We'll see. Even though the Eagles are not in the Super Bowl this year, this blanket I'm making is from their Super Bowl win last year. So I feel like it would be such a full circle if I could finish it before the end of the weekend. I doubt it because it's already Friday and the game's on Sunday, but who knows? So I think I might work on that, but I haven't quite decided. I also want to maybe do this spiderweb shawl. Oh, lovely vacuum in the background. So we'll see. I might finish, maybe I'll finish a spiderweb shawl and then I'll do the Eagles blanket. Also need to clean up all the little yarn bits from doing all the Christmas lights. So I did get to use a lot of scrap yarn. I finished a couple of the little balls I had, but I still have a few more. So I have to see what to do with that. Also have a bunch of larger ones that are in the big pile on the floor, but these were the ones I was trying to dwindle down, which I got pretty far, but who knows? So overall, super excited. Love it, love it, love it. And I'll figure out what I'm doing next. So giving a little bit of an update of where I am. I was very ambitious to think I could get to anything in this corner and do the Eagles blanket and all of that. But I did make some progress on the spiderweb shawl. So I have, I think, like 3 or 4 more rows. So I will finish that up at some point. Not going to be finishing it up right this second, but I'll put a little clip of me working on it right now. All right, so that was me working on the spiderweb shawl. So still have a few more rows. I'll get to that. That's kind of just like a project that I'm looking to do 1 a week for the future because of I get so many orders during Halloween, and then I am making spiderweb shawls back to back to back. So I want to try to have some inventory done. So I have 1 done out of how many weeks of the year so far, but I'm gonna, you know, trying to make this definitely a priority. 1 a week is easy. I just have to sit down and do it. So spiderweb shawls. Then I think in the last video I had mentioned I was working on a rainbow blanket. So I'll put a little clip of me working on it here. So that was me on my couch. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I'm trying to figure out how to film that portion of me working on it. So here is the blanket. So it is a rainbow baby blanket. It is called, I have the printed pattern here. So let me move this closer. I should have been more prepared. Can't find the first page of the pattern. Okay, so it's called the Technicolor Dream Baby Blanket. So I'm working on that. I'm not sure who it's by, but I'll make sure that, you know, I did purchase this pattern, and I'll make sure to put credit to the creator when I upload this video. So currently working on that. So I think you saw, you know, when I was cleaning up the office, I had all these skeins of yarn there that I put in the corner, and that was for this blanket. So now I am on the border, which is super fun and uses lots of the colors throughout. So, you know, happy to have them close. So I will put those in my project bag, which currently has all of the other colors in here, which is super exciting. So I am going to work on that and hopefully finish that fairly soon. But I think I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to try to post on Sunday. So I am going to put it all together, and, you know, as a recap of what we got done, right, is so I got this knit beanie that I kind of made up the pattern. I think, I don't know, it's been so long, but finished that, and then finished the Christmas tree hat. So love this so much, so fun. And then made, you know, some significant progress on the spiderweb shawl, just a few more rows there. And then last but not least, did finish the main body of this blanket, which is super cool. I did have to end up frogging a couple times. I made it, so the start is at the purple and it goes to the red. And this line right here was supposed to be a peach color that I didn't have. And so I used something else and I didn't like it at all. So I made it like all the way past the yellow and decided I just hated it. So I ripped it all out up to this line and put in like a pale yellow that I think works so much better, because that peach that was there before like was so contrasting that it didn't flow with the blanket. So even this is pretty like contrasting with this green, but I think it looks so much better. And the bright yellow on the pale yellow for these baubles. So overall exciting, but that is where I leave it for today. And I am excited to see what I can finish up. I definitely want to tackle more in that corner. Maybe finish this little vest before Valentine's Day. So we'll see, but thanks so much. Bye.